There have been a lot of questions and comments about the ticket prices, and after talking to my team and my tour company, we were not able to change them because of contracts that were already in place.
Hi, sisters!
Oh, we're just a few seconds away until the sister tour goes live. Just gonna put on some of my sister slaying makeup in preparation to see if I could buy some of these tickets to see James Charles live. So, let's see how much they cost then.
Last but certainly not least, we have our sister VIP package. Now, this is the most expensive ticket, coming in at $500.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I've ruined my nails now. Who do I have to sister suck to get one of those VIP tickets? I hate myself. Hello everyone, I'm Alex and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the recent sister scandal, as they've been dubbed, because there's a new one every other day. James Charles announced that he is going to be going on tour. That means you and me can go and see him do things live. Now you may be wondering, how much does it cost to go and see James Charles live? And guess what? I can tell you. A general admission ticket costs you $52, so if you want to go and see James Charles, then you will get yourself a seated ticket to the show. Also, there is a chance that you'll be upgraded to a meet and greet on the day of the show. VIP will cost you $100 to be able to get into the show, and then for that you will be able to meet James Charles, get a photo with James Charles. You'll have preferred venue seating behind higher VIP tiers, preferred access to merchandise after higher VIP tiers, and autographed exclusive tour posters. For $250, you'll get yourself a post-show meet and greet plus a photo with James, a goodie bag filled with James' favourites valued at over $100, chances to be brought on stage for interactive segments, preferred venue seating behind sister VIPs, and preferred access to merchandise after sister VIPs, autographed exclusive tour poster once again. Now this is the one where everybody lost their minds, because when they saw that it cost $500 for the ultimate tier to meet James Charles, people were very unhappy. For that you get yourself a pre-show private catered hangout Q&A with James, a post-show meet and greet and a photo with James, a goodie bag filled with James' favourites, a chance to be brought on stage for interactive segments, and a chance to get their eye makeup done by James. I could do with that. Can you remove the bags under my eyes, because they're a problem. Now the big question that everybody was asking is, will an average fan be able to afford a $500 VIP meet and greet ticket? No, of course they won't. That's why they're VIP. And people were very, 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 very unhappy.
It's literally still $500?
Still $500? I'm cackling. Sisters try to justify this. Hang on, they've got me as their profile picture. Lol, it's still $500 for the most expensive ticket package that comes with many perks that no one is forcing you to buy. Slay, sister. So even though James went and upgraded his ticket packages, people were quite clearly still very upset.
There have been a lot of questions and comments about the ticket prices, and after talking to my team and my tour company, we were not able to change them because of contracts that were already in place. But we did make several really cool adjustments to the tour.
$500 is very steep for a VIP ticket, but in my opinion, that would be if it was the only VIP ticket that you could afford. There are multiple levels of ticket pricing on this tour, which means that if you really want to, you could just get a general admission. And yes, you don't get all of the special stuff, but that's what comes with paying more money. And I'm seeing a lot of people cry out going, what is he going to do? What exactly is James Charles going to be doing on stage?
Makeup?
Yeah, probably. It's kind of like his job, innit? I kind of expect James Charles to be doing makeup on stage. I don't know why people are saying that as if that's something he wouldn't be doing. I think that's going to be a main part of the show. And with a simple Google search, you can actually just find what he's doing on tour anyway. You get to go behind the scenes and see him do his music and his personal conversations with people, as well as a full evening of beauty. High immersive and interactive shows will make the audience feel like they're part of the production, with on-stage beauty tutorials, live music, games, and an interactive Q&A session, with surprise giveaways and exclusive merchandise and more. And it's crazy to me that people are complaining about James Charles for charging $500 for a meet and greet ticket when Jake Paul was charging double. And his music's terrible. And there's one thing that I really can't get behind, which I've been seeing happening more and more and more, which is people comparing James to other stars who are charging the same amount. For example, bands or other celebrities. But because James Charles is a YouTuber, apparently he shouldn't charge that, even though he's equally as famous, if not more than most of these people are charging, and is already selling out all of the VIP tickets to his shows, ironically. I don't understand why James Charles should be paid less for doing the exact same job as other people, just because of the platform he uploads videos to. This is the man who shut down the entirety of the Bullring in Birmingham, right? Tens of thousands of people turned up, and people literally couldn't get in and out of town. He's a celebrity now. I think he's allowed to charge premium prices for his show. I reckon the show will be fine. I reckon it'll be a good show. These are expensive, which is something that I also think people don't know. I'm actually in talks of trying to do my own tour at some point. In fact, I actually had a cameo in my friends Will Anise and Stephen Try's Twatty Live, where I played a part of a nurse. Don't ask, I just do what I'm told. And I know how much that show costs to put on. I know how the pricing works. I know that venues take cuts of merchandise. There is money being pulled everywhere. The budgets on those things are insane, and the amount of people that end up working on this is something that most people probably couldn't comprehend. It's not just James Charles on stage putting it all on by himself. There is a team of tens to maybe even hundreds of people working behind this. I think people underestimate the fact that YouTubers nowadays are not just one-man armies. They are teams of people who are trying to put on a show just like your favourite bands and musicians. But because YouTubers don't really do this very often, I think there's a huge misconception in the fact that they're kind of still like the everyman. Whereas I think we could kind of say that YouTube isn't like that anymore. Which is sorry to say for some people, but it's showmanship now, and people are putting on actual shows, and they're going to cost actual show prices because there's a budget and people need to pay people and people want to make their money back. And I'm fully here to admit the fact that James Charles is probably just here to secure the bag, and good on him. It's totally fine to want to be paid for your work and what you're putting on, especially if you could sell out venues as big as anybody else doing them. Why shouldn't he charge as much as somebody who's going to sell out the same venue as him, the same amount of seats? Why shouldn't he do that? I'm struggling to see a reason why he can't charge the same prices as those people, just because he's a YouTuber. The only advice I could possibly give him is the fact that he probably could lower the prices of the VIP tickets, just because of the fact that there's going to be a limited number of them anyway. So really, he does have control over that. But also, he has to make money back for the people putting time into it and for the people working on it. And I'm sure that there are already agreed responsibilities with venues. Because I have to do that. I have to do that with merchandise every time I want to go sell that somewhere. It's not something that I could just bring along and sell to people. There are people taking cuts from places. There are people that are taking money from places that most people wouldn't expect. It's a business. It's a huge business. And there's so much going into it that I think people don't really see. I think the real thing that people need to ask themselves now is, a YouTuber meant to be a cheaper, easily accessible celebrity for the same amount of money, time, and ability? Is that what this is now? Because I'm confused at what a YouTuber even really means nowadays. What is a YouTuber? Because you see some people who are deciding that something like James Charles is not actually really a celebrity, even though he's doing the exact same amount as probably one of your favourite bands is in terms of pulling people to a venue, for probably even the same amount of show costs. Because I'm sure he's not cheaping out on it. So either everybody charges way too much, which is understandable because those prices are crazy, or it's all fine. And those are the two options. And I'll leave that up to you, the viewer, to decide what that is. But when I go on tour, I promise for $500 that you'll get like a free handshake. Because normally I wouldn't want to touch you. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got a different perspective that you might normally get from people who are doing these type of things, as luckily I have the experience to actually be able to pry into this a bit more due to opportunities afforded to me. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who I met over this weekend at Insomnia. I really appreciate it, and it was so lovely meeting all of you guys, and we weren't charging for any meet and greet, so I'm poor. If you enjoyed this video, a like is appreciated, subscribe and turn notifications on, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, sisters, and have a good day.